As part of its ongoing efforts to support agricultural development, the FAO organized a comprehensive workshop focusing on financial management and the use of revolving funds within farmers' organizations. The session brought together experts and representatives from agricultural cooperatives to discuss best practices in financial planning, budgeting, and funding models that can foster long-term sustainability for farmer groups. A central theme of the workshop was the role of revolving funds in providing farmers with access to capital, ensuring that they invest in their operations and expand their business without relying on unpredictable external sources of funding. Jodianne Tate-Clark, the consultant for strategic development and planning on the Farmers Organizations for Africa, Caribbean, and Pacific Project and facilitator of the workshop, elaborates.
So revolving funds are basically a self-sustained fund, and this concept came about for the idea of helping our farmers and our farmers group to combat the challenges that they face with accessing financing through the traditional banking system.
The workshop facilitator provided additional insight into the concept of a revolving fund and its advantage for the agriculture sector.
The farmers within the group, they would contribute, let's say, a set amount of money towards this fund, and this money is then set aside into a separate bank account from all the other operations of the group. And just in case a farmer needs the assistance, a financial assistance to do something towards their farm or their farming business, there is some money there for them to actually access. Of course, they still would have to go through an application process, but this application is sent to their group leaders and not to a banking institution or a credit union, where you find that the challenge exists for them to access the money because there are so many criteria that they're unable to meet.
Vincent Clark, a CMOS farmer and workshop participant, expressed his thoughts on the implementation of a revolving fund in the farming sector.
A very good thing that we did not know about, where we could actually have in our organization. It is something almost like a funding you have in your organization, where you actually loan your members with a low interest rate, just like the bank, for emergency purposes. So a farmer could be in a challenge where he needs fertilizer or some things for his farm. So you could actually tap into your revolving fund, where you know that is a challenge for the bank to give them a loan. So you could get them at maybe a 1 or 2% interest by getting them that money from that your organization into them, for them to continue with their production. So it's a very good thing that we learn in there how to.
The FAO's training session marks a significant step forward in building the financial independence of farmers' organizations. By focusing on the principles of revolving funds, the FAO is helping to establish a foundation for more sustainable, self-sufficient agricultural communities. As farmers gain access to consistent and reliable financial resources, their ability to invest in growth, weather economic challenges, and contribute to the wider agricultural economy will be strengthened, paving the way for future success. For Choice News Now, I am Dyrod Lionel.